everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, I'm going to be doing a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the Auger-DMR tactical rifle here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So of course guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and similar to the past couple of videos that have gone live, this is another scheduled upload. So with that in mind, that's how come I decided to go ahead and do in this video is a best class setup as well as a weapon guide for the Auger-DMR tactical rifle, which honestly, the Auger is a really awesome tactical rifle in the game. It's a lot of fun, it's extremely powerful, and because of all those reasons, that's how come I decided to go ahead and do a best class setup on it. And of course, similar to some of my previous videos, what I am going to be covering in this video, and that's at the beginning, I am going to be discussing the Auger, then I am going to be moving over to a really awesome creative class for the weapon, then of course finally I am going to be talking about a couple things that you want to know before you go ahead and use this creative class. Also, to know about the gameplay is a game of standard TDM here on Hacienda. Closing off the game, I do end up going 40-7. Really awesome game in my opinion. I hope you guys go on to enjoy it. Also, if you go on to enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe for more Black Ops 4 content. So yeah, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the weapon guide. Alright, so of course the first thing that I am going to be talking about in this video, and that's going to be discussing the Auger. Now, of course, if you guys didn't already know, the Auger is the first tactical rifle that you unlock in the game. Of course, there are 3 standard tactical rifles in Black Ops 4, and interestingly enough, out of the 3 tactical rifles that are in this game, by default, the Auger is the only semi-automatic one. However, one thing that is pretty interesting, and that's if you equip the operator mod, it does turn the Auger into a 2-round burst tactical rifle. With that in mind, the Auger is a very consistent as well as a very deadly tactical rifle in the game. The recoil on the weapon is quite low, so that means you can very easily take out enemies at medium to longer ranges. The damage is extremely high, as well as the fire cap is relatively low if you compare it to other weapons in Black Ops 4. However, if you make sure to land your shots, you will have no issues dropping opponents extremely quickly when you are going to be using this weapon. As well as one really big attribute about the Auger, and that is because of all those attributes, it means that you can very effectively take out opponents that are head glitching, which is extremely useful, especially if you are going to be playing on a map like Firing Range or Nuketown where there are a lot of head glitching spots. And all those aforementioned reasons make the Auger one of the deadliest rifles here in Black Ops 4. So now guys, of course I am going to be moving over to the creative class portion of this video, and of course, as you can see, the creative class is going to be on your screen right now. Going from the top, of course I am going to be using the standard variation of the Auger, as well as I am going to be using the ZX7000 Mastercraft camo, which personally is a really awesome Mastercraft camo in the game. My first attachment is going to be a red dot sight, and that's just because personally I'm not a huge fan of the default scope on the Auger, so that's so come. If you put on a red dot sight, it just means you are going to be a little bit more effective at close range, as well as since you want to be really precise when you are going to be using the Auger, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and use a red dot sight. For our second attachment, we are going to be using fast mags, and that's just because the reload speed on the Auger is pretty slow. However, if you put on fast mags, it's going to be making the reload speed a lot quicker, and therefore it means that you can play a lot more aggressively when you are going to be using this weapon. For our third as well as fourth attachment, we are going to be using high caliber 1 as well as high caliber 2. Now of course, if you guys didn't already know, what high caliber 1 does is it increases the damage done if you do end up getting a headshot. However, if you couple that with high caliber 2, it is going to be increasing the damage dealt if you shoot the enemy in the upper chest. So that means since we are going to be using high caliber 1 as well as high caliber 2, it means that you can get a 2-shot kill if you shoot the enemy in the upper chest or the head, which is absolutely insane for a tactical rifle. Of course, our piece of gear is going to be stim shot, and then moving over to our perk setup, our first perk is going to be scavenger, which means we don't have to worry about running out of ammunition. Then for our second perk, we are going to be using lightweight, which is going to allow us to sidestep as well as maneuver a little bit easier when we are going to be using the Auger. Then finally, for our third perk, we are going to be using ghost. So yeah guys, that's of course going to be it for the creative class portion of this video. Now before I end off this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of things that you want to know about this class setup before you go ahead and use it. So as mentioned a little bit earlier in this video, the Auger is an extremely deadly as well as an extremely powerful tactical rifle in the game. And if you really want to excel when using the Auger, and more specifically this class setup, you'll first of all want to stick to those medium to longer range engagements. That's where this weapon excels, and since of course this is a semi-automatic tactical rifle, it means that you have to play a little bit more slowly as well as a little bit more tactically than if let's say you were using a fully automatic assault rifle or a submachine gun. As well as make sure to aim for the upper body as well as the head. Of course, course, since we do have high caliber 1 as well as 2, you can very easily get a 2-shot kill, especially since we are going to be using a red dot sight, as well as the recoil on the auger is quite minimalistic. So yeah guys, that's where I'm going to be ending off this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss new upload from me. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.
Plus.